favorite slogan I say at every meeting is if you sing the same song, you make music. You know what I mean? If we all sing different songs, we make noise. So having from pre-K to 6th grade or high school, if we're all singing the same song, it's going to be a lot of fun. To me, I wanted a program where everybody wins. Number one, the kids got to win. Every level. I want the parents to win. I want it to be fun for the parents. Probably the best thing we did last year was the mom's powder puff game. It was so flippin' fun, man. We went to the bar after and went to establishment after, and it was just, they wanted to be fun for everybody. And you know, like I feel like we gotta fight for football. I feel like we're in a fight, right? Numbers are going down, and I felt like we had good experiences. Like I want to pass that on to the next generation, not just my kids, but the kids that grow up here. So I feel like we're in a fight for football, and that fight is building trust equity with moms. I feel like, right? But parents, but we gotta build like trust. So like I'm always like, how do we build trust? Once we build it, we gotta protect it, kind of thing. We got COVID, we got head injuries, all this stuff. So we're going to do everything in our power to make it safe and fun for kids. And I want kids to get better at football too. So, it's turned 43 weeks ago. I'm just trying short-term memory. It gets worse and worse like that. So, a couple of goals. We call it 60 and 6. I was doing the chains for this football team scrimmage. And we had Norm, I was on Normandy's side. There were like 70, 80 kids, and Independence is D7, but there's maybe 32 kids. You know, we've been 30 to 35 kids in our program. We have not been able to get over that hump. I think not having youth football program is part of that. So to be out, I have such an awesome youth football program that kids and parents want them to play football. That we have 60 kids in the high school program in 6 years. Again, we have parents trust it, kids want to do it. Again, we're fighting for the game. I'm competitive. Like I just win a state championship, boys. You know what I mean? Like that's just my mindset. And to me, I look at Kirtland. You know, always talk about Kirtland. What D5, D6, about the same size school. 70 kids every year come out for football, right? And they got a culture, man. You know, they got a culture. They work hard. They squat heavy all the time. And they go like 4 plays on offense. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it is, and I'd love to help build that here. Like I'm thinking, like doing the sticks. I would love to, like 6 years from now, like all us dads are hanging out along the fence and just watching our boys kick some butt and seeing a whole bunch of guys in blue jerseys and kids that care about each other, kids that love the game, kids that have swagger, kids that have confidence. And to me, that's another end result of this thing. I just want confident kids. I want my son to have confidence. I want your sons to have confidence. It's hard being a kid right now. I can't imagine how hard it is to be a kid right now, you know. So let's give you something positive. Again, our logo or our taglines: pursue greatness together. We want it to be fun, safe, and prepared. We want prepared kids for the next year. So I want rookie flag, so they're ready to go into 1st and 2nd grade flag. And we got our 3rd and 4th graders, and I want those kids when they jump up to 3rd and 4th grade, they're kind of ready. You know, and just this year, I can tell you, I don't know if you've been to practices, but we are so far ahead of last year at this time. Like just doing a warm-up took 20 minutes. Get kids in lines, it was just like, I mean, it was like, you know, the kindergarten kids, but like 4th grade, do the same thing for 4th grade, you know, like the kids just knew where to go, they were sharp. It was really cool to see what 1 year of a difference makes. Again, if we have a whole program where things are built and they get ready for the next year, and eventually get them ready to go to middle school football, and they'll love it. So just some keys. So I have every coach in our program gets this sheet. I also have binders for every team, and this is the back of every binder. There's also the concussion protocol in here, so safety is a big deal. We had an injury at our first day of practice. Some kid ran into the pole. It happens. Do everything right. Kids run into poles. So like, I don't want you searching and thinking of what to do in the worst case situations. I just got this one pager, and just again, just some keys to go over. And I'm a freak. I am daily looking to make this better. I am looking at YouTube videos, watching every article on youth football that I can. I just want this to be the best small school youth football program in the state. I want to be the icon. And again, I went and talked to other. Like I sat down with Avon's head coach last year. I found the best. They have an amazing high school K-12 program. I got to sit down with him for 2 hours with Coach Adams and pick his brain. And let's see who else is great, and I'll learn from them. So they're bringing that video. So a lot of the stuff I got from other communities doing it right. So we want to focus participation over winning, number one. winning. And Coach Elder, he's the guy at Avon, head coach, and they have the same thing. I mean, from kindergarten to JV, they don't care. Let's get kids playing football. Friday Night Lights, we're winning. We're putting the best 11 out there, right? So, but right now, especially youth football, you guys, like, just meaningful participation for everybody. You guys, you never know what kid's gonna grow up to be like. I remember I was terrible in probably third and fourth grade, but like, you never know which kid will blossom late. So keep it positive. We also want to keep it a game versus a sport. So if USA Football is if you haven't heard about USA Football yet, there's kind of this national board that's all these experts of like, again, you gotta fight for youth football. So they've come up with like modern best practices. Like youth football now isn't what I did. And there's some programs that are still built the old way. They're established. We're fresh, you know what I mean? So we've got to really make sure we're beginning building that trust. But it's keeping it a game versus a sport. And I think like it kind of transitions every step. It's like baseball, right? T-ball, coach pitch, kid pitch minors and majors, and like things keep changing. It gets more to a sport at each level. So like rookie flag guys, like 4-year-old, 5-year-old kids, like it should be 100% of a game. There's no referees, they're just kind of lining up, running around, right? And then first and second grade, we're going to add some more rules, and it'll maybe be like 90% of a game and 10% of a sport. And I don't want to push that too early. It's easy for me to do. I'm competitive, I want to win, but it's like, you know what, just one step at a time. And you get to 5th and 6th grade rookie tackle, and now it's like maybe 50-50. Now it's a little bit more of a sport. Like, okay, now you got positions that you like, and we're in our conference. The CBC has a rookie tackle league. There's 17 teams in our league. So like our conference, we got Chagrin Falls, Grand Valley, and Ledgemont, and Hawken, and Beechwood, university schools. So there's it's like travel football basically, you know. But everyone makes a team. So we actually have 3 teams. We're the only community that has enough kids to have 3 teams, which is pretty cool. We're like our second year. So game versus a sport, again, everybody has to win. We all got to do our part. You got to make sure everybody's winning. Every single kid on your team. Parents are having fun. You're having fun. I'm having fun. My wife has to win, so I keep doing this every year. It's really the key to this thing. If my wife's not in, like so you guys got to take over this. So I want to make sure she's having a good time. And we have a board, we're about to become official nonprofit organizations. We got a board and all that stuff. There's a lot of work that goes into doing football right. Every kid has value. Every kid, even the kid that's just standing there picking his nose the whole time, he has value. You know, build him up. Every sport I coach, there's always a kid that won't smile. You know what I mean? There's always a kid that just won't smile. It's like I have to make him smile in practice. It's like my personal challenge, right? Like get those kids excited about the game and smile. Every interaction matters with the kid. Coach Laverde, you heard him talk, and there's either a positive or negative, or there's no like in between. It's either positive or negative every time. You got to make sure, especially at your age, like we're doing some discipline now. I mean, we're like toes behind the line and all that stuff, but it doesn't really matter as much for you guys. So just like make sure every kid at least has like one little special moment every practice or game. One little like 2-second. What's your favorite movie? I don't know what it is. Like, what's your favorite movie? Could be, and doesn't have to be about football. And so I got that from Coach. If you know Coach Martin at Haga Heights, he's been there for 25 years. They missed the playoffs once, and they were 9-1. Like last year they were terrible. But he's the most intense guy. I was scared of him. But he was like in the middle of the game and start cracking jokes. So like the JV kid, you know what I mean? It's just like.
You coached there, Joel?
2 years, yeah. So I coached against Joey and Greg actually.
Oh, when they were in high school, okay.
2000, 2001. So I mean, the first time I heard the word DeGeronimo was on the scouting report. So yeah, I was there for there's just things I learned a lot from Coach Martin. Coach kids, don't coach football. We're coaching kids, we're not coaching football yet. So it's all about the kids. Coach beyond the game. You know, it's all about these life lessons that we pass on, and keep that in mind. Again, no negative interactions, one positive interaction each day. Championship games are won by championship kids. I would like nothing more than, you know, state championship game we're there, and you know, but that's not going to happen unless we're building championship kids. We have so many resources in this town. We have a head football coach who's one of our rookie tackle coaches. He's a head coach at Orange High School, and he coaches, you know, a rookie tackle team. We got some guys that played football here, committed. college football players. So like we have so much. We have so many resources at other schools. Talking to Anna Becklin, like we got administration that loves football. You know, we got so many things here. It's got to come together and build these championship kids. Last thing on here I got, guys, is as a coach, I'm always thinking like I want every kid excited to come back to practice. You know, that's like your main job. They should be excited to come to games. Like, well, like, are they excited to come back to practice? All right. Are they excited to play next year? Or in a scale of 1 to 10, you know, like I ask my kids whether they're doing another sport or like I'm always like I pick them up from practice. I'm like Dylan, Kendall, scale of 1 to 10, how fun was it? I just need, they just know by now, you know, and it needs to be above an 8, at least a 7. But my son played basketball, so he's not a basketball player, he's a wrestler. You know the difference? There's like kids that are wrestlers and kids that are basketball players. Like tried basketball and just he'd be like 3, 4. He just didn't understand. He's so behind the other kids. So like, yeah, that's not up to. I reach out to the coach and he just needs some extra help. And a week or 2 later, it's like 8, 9. You know, so those nonverbals, you'll see the kids aren't interested. Like, so again, all the parent meeting, I always tell the parents like be asking the kids and so they're having fun with it. Coach, I'm sure you guys figure it out. And a pro tip. It's like you just give them candy bars. Honestly, so we do a thing called Spotlight. Where at the end of practice, a coach will spotlight, pick one kid, and just you say, Johnny, you know, Johnny Smith, you're my spotlight because you helped your teammate off the ground. It's like, what do you want to celebrate? What kind of culture you want to have? So I'm always celebrating like the kid that hustles, the kid that listens, right? So we try to do that every practice, and I just got a bag of Kit Kats, like the little ones. And honestly, one of the moms told me the other day, the kid's first day of, you know, rookie padded flag, the helmets, he wasn't sure about it, nervous, and the helmet hurt, and he wasn't really sure that first practice, and you know, the second practice one of the coaches gave him a spotlight and a Kit Kat, and he was like, game over, now he's a football player. He told everybody, his mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, aunt, uncle, like, I got a Kit Kat at practice. Like, sometimes it's so flippin' easy to get kids into the game. You recognize them in front of their peers, and you clap them up, you give them a Kit Kat, and you gotta make her laugh. Also here, guys, you got the concussion. Again, the worst kiss is the worst thing that can happen. It's so not fun. But I want to make sure every coach, you never know. I'm more worried about flag football, to be honest. Like we did spring flag, and I was way more nervous. The kids will have helmets running around, and I mean, they're not, kids your age just don't know how to start and stop. They don't understand the game as much. It's a little more crazy. So I feel way more comfortable with kids having helmets on. That's why we do padded flag. So again, recognize the symptoms, remove the kid from play, get them evaluated by a medical professional. We have a team doctor, actually, Dr. So, you guys know Dr. So? So, pediatrician. His son was on my, little league team, and he's like, anytime you guys need something, like, if you got a head injury, it's like, make sure all the coaches have my number, go in my basement, get them checked out. If you're not, sometimes you're not sure, right? You're not sure what to do, and so we got a guy.
He lives in town?
Yeah, he lives in Independence. He came out to our parents' meeting and did a bunch of stuff. Probably not gonna need it, but just in case, like let's say we're prepared for the worst case. And I don't want that for you guys to have that. Like that's not a good feeling if you're not prepared for that. So again, there's symptoms here. Again, you can read them, by coaches and what they report. So, and if you're never not sure, if it's like maybe he has one, maybe he doesn't, we always just err on caution. For first and second graders, kindergarten kids, like just doing this half a practice or a game, like we had a kid that ran the flagpole. You wanted to practice after a couple more minutes, we just kept them out just in case they're all the parents. So, all right. Any questions on that stuff?
I'll be right back. I took the car with the car seat in it and left my wife with that.
Totally understand. That's why we're videotaping this.
I'll be right back.
That's cut, maybe that's a good place to cut.